and we're actually going to get to knife round. So basically, as it is Endpoint's map pick, Endpoint will be falling over to allow mousesports to pick side. Welcome guys to the DreamHack Open for 2020 European Close Qualifiers. Be a free series between Endpoint and Mouse. And I'll be your caster today, Jose. And analysis, Desk Coast. And just, I'm going to say hi here and have a bit of a smiley face too as we get into pistols. So we're going to get the pistols ready. So let's see what we can do here. Mouse will start on the CT side. Endpoint will start on the T side. Pass score generally is 10-5 to the CT side. So if Endpoint do win the pistols, there's a bit of pressure. A lot of pressure on the CT side to get that 10 rounds on the board. Chris J will get a smoke and a kit. Meanwhile, Mighty Max with a flash and a smoke and a P250 chucked over to Surreal. Everyone else with pistols and armor. So now here we go. So Endpoint coming in from the open qualifier. Mouse being the second, probably the second best team I was going to say. Like not with the seeding, but the second best team in the qualifier. So Endpoint, they went 1 and 2. Carrigan with the USP from Olof takes down Surreal at T-Con. So Carrigan will back out. Opening pick for Mouse. Now Crucial, Flames, and Robin trying to get it going on Ivy. And the first one on the charge is Bemis, the new player of Mouse. And Bemis can be absolutely annihilated by Flames. And could just peek up Ivy in the end. Smoke's going to be thrown at Ivy. Spotted Carrigan. And Carrigan goes down as well as Flames pushes in. It's the second kill. Picks up the USP. Now Mouse had to try and keep Endpoint in the little box. But unfortunately, they've just got out of Ivy. Now Mighty Max poking up T-Con. Picks up the P250 of Surreal. Chris J goes down. Flames on the side. It's going to be planting the bomb. Rop's hiding. And they just realize there's one at Pop Dog. Flames trades out. But Rop's has already got 2. Frozen picks another. Now it's a 1-on-1. Crucial and Rop's. Bombs dropped out on bomb train. Now Crucial looking left and right. Rop's looking to the edge. I think he may have spotted Crucial go up to heaven. Rop's just dropping off to T-Con. Waiting for Crucial to plant the bombs. Just being very, very patient. Crucial looking for Rop's. Doesn't realize that Rop's has backed off to T-Con. So Crucial, he has to plant the bomb, and Rop's immense patience. Rop's at E-Box. Having a bit of a duel for Crucial. Crucial winning the duel at the moment. And flashbang can be thrown out. Crucial dodges the flash. Rop's holding an E-Box, and Rop's just sidesteps out. Pings his head. Puts the round on the board for Mouse. Either way, guys, no spoiling as well. But either way, Mouse will get the opening pistol. They'll buy up. Endpoint will force up. Referee Deegs a Glock. And also they got a Galil on Flames. I think Flames did get a lot of kills there, so he got enough for a Galil. So it's an interesting sort of force up. Since they didn't plant the bomb either. So Chris J with an MP5. Carrigan with the scout. Yeah, I'll give you my contact. Mouse. Let's see what happens here. Smokes and flashes gonna be thrown in. Frozen just waiting. Oh, they test down Frozen. Wasn't really watching, but he does get the bomb off Mighty Max in the end at Pop Dog. And Frozen still holding the location, but Carrigan throws a Molotov towards T-Con. No damage dealt so far. Chris J with the MP7 holding for a bit, treaded out by Surreal from Pop Dog. And Carrigan with the scout. Oh, nice headshot. Takes down Surreal. And now Carrigan just waiting for the T-Con player of Crucial to peek out. And a quick scout shot from Carrigan to make it 2 on the board. So good, quick 2-0 up in the lead for the Mouse. Still got they actually picked the Galil. Bemis did pick up the Galil. Surreal jumps with a deagle in hand. And looks like a pretty easy round coming up for Mouse. An eco, an anti-eco. But you never know. One deagle. They've got PT50 as well and Robin. So a few headshots and they're going to get it working. Chris J going to Pop Dog. Rops throws an early frag grenade into Boiler. Make sure no one's there. Frozen. Opening up the window. Really get into the window. Could get a Kobe actually. But Mighty Max swiftly dodges it. Expects the grenade to go through here. mousesports, throwing some very aggressive nade usage into Pop Dog to make sure the Pop Dog players are touched up before they can even, or tapped up before they can even go down, or tagged up, for that mind. Now Crucial, gonna peek in towards Pop Dog, see if anyone's lurking in there. I believe Chris J is lurking in there with an MP9, but he's just poked out in the end. A lot of pressure going into that Pop Dog and T-Con angle from Endpoint, even with the pistols. Mouse making sure they don't lose any unnecessary health at all. Make sure they stay as high as possible so they don't get one digged. Hitting the bell with the Glock down. They go for the execute through T-Con. Frozen with the USP, gets the opening pick on Surreal, takes out Flames, and Chris J takes out Robin at Pop Dog, and Frozen has just completely held Endpoint at T-Con. Beamers from Ivy, just a little tap on Mighty Max, and ankle tap onto Mighty Max, and he will drop. How are you guys enjoying this match so far? You know, going as expected or what? What are you guys expecting? So far, I think it's gone basically as intended on how it's going to go at the moment. Mouse did win in a close one there. Flames was played very, very well at the moment as well, looking at the stats. Now, gun round comes in for Endpoint. Big gun round here. If they do win this gun round, we put mousesports, well, not into an eco, but, you know, mousesports do have enough money, but it will pressure the money a bit further, especially if they get, you know, maybe one player live for Mouse, but they've got T-Con control, and that's Chris J clearing out T-Con. And this is a problem for Endpoint, because with the A bomb site, you want to get 3 points of control. Pop Dog, T-Con, and Ivy. And at the moment, Endpoint have only got 1, which is Ivy. And maybe that's why you want to get at least 2 points, is because at least you can attack from 2 different angles. Flames, jump peaks onto Pop Dog. You're going to drop down. Actually heard Frozen. We know the player's down there. So he's going to go for a wallbang and see what he can do there. But in the end, he can't do much. Mighty Max crawls up Ivy. Chris J going to throw a smoke deep Pop Dog as well. Was Bemis looking behind them though? Bemis is looking behind them. He's being pressured at Ivy. Fragonade thrown in. Does a bit of damage from Mighty Max. And Bemis dodges the flash at stop sign. Frozen stakes back in towards Pop Dog. Throws the smoke down. Trying to delay the inevitable where Endpoint will execute. But the thing I like about Endpoint so far, they've not gone for the B. Bombs like Bemis spots the shadow. Takes down Mighty Max. And that's a good start for Bemis so far. They know Bemis is at top side. And Robin will trade out. Flames. Oh, Chris J tries to go into the flank and Flames just executes them from behind. And they'll push through T-Con. 4v3 on the take of A side. Rops will have to start moving as a B anchor. Carrigan with the scout looking towards Ivy. And he's going to have to back off as well. He's thinking it's going to be a flank from Ivy. They will plant the bomb on the A bomb site, but it won't be where Carrigan is though. Crucial with the AWP. Got to be careful when Carrigan gets to 1D. We'll trade a scout maybe. He will go for the AWP, but in the end, Robin making sure he doesn't get away with it. And he will basically drag Carrigan down. Frozen and Rops got to go save the guns into break room. Flames hearing no noise. But he hears even a step. He's going to go after it. Endpoint. Don't think they want to risk too much, given their money is in a bit of a hole. They do pick up the AWP of Robin. And Rob's is going to be very careful, actually. Rob's does hide in the end. Checking T-Con. See if they can get an AWP in the end. Robin will keep that AWP. So, Mouse, they lose the round, but they're able to buy up. So here we go once again. Endpoint get the first T round on the board. 4 M4s and an AWP on Carrigan. They've got the guns now. That's what they're working on. They've got the guns. 4 AKs and an AWP. Going to be a very even round. Frozen. In Pop Dog once again. Frozen's got this weird angle in Pop Dog where he just like, he looks a bit down. Expecting the players to drop down. I think he's guarding from the jump stack. Where they, to drop down double stack. Bemis at Ivy. Endpoint looking towards this big bomb site. Surreal. Looking for any players doing some early aggression. Especially Rops. Given how aggressive Rops is. On uppers. Now a bit of a noise coming from Pop Dog. Robin tags up Beamer through the smoke. Racket thrown in. They do similar damage to each other. In the 10 health advantage in the end place. Going for the wallbang, looking for Frozen and Pop Dog. And he's trying to do any damage he can to Frozen. The frag grenade will hit him on the shoulder, but Frozen will just hang in there. Molotov friend as well. He's going to drop down Flames. We'll get the opening pick before he gets taken out by the Molotov. And that's a great pick from Pop Dog. Chris J. Defending from E-Box. Now to get Carrigan to adjust a hold for T-Con from Z-Con in the end. Molotov gonna be thrown into the B bomb site. Rob's gonna defend this all by himself, and Rob's gonna hold the angle so they can't get the bomb planted. Robs takes down the bomb, looks towards uppers, and he's gonna hit from behind by Flames. Carrigan gonna throw the frag grenade in, does hit Robin for a bit of damage. Now Carrigan at the back of the site, doesn't know where any of the other players are. His cavalry is coming in shortly, but Flames might have a couple of kills here, but Chris J quick to the task to dispose of Flames. Flames could have done some absolute damage there. Robin does trade out Chris J, and Crucial snipes Carrigan off the spools at Zcon. It's just gonna be Bemis left over, and that's a beautiful round from Endpoint to execute onto the B side. Great round by Endpoint. That'll put round number 3 most likely. Well, Rops does have a bit of money. I'm just gonna see, like, you know, are they gonna force into us? Bemis does recover Carrigan's orb just in the nick of time. Good sneaky recovery of the orb. So I think they can get some M4s on the table. I think they're gonna go for a buy. They do have enough for the buy, and the M4s are coming out. Frozen with the XM. And I assume he's gonna use the XM and Pop Dog. Meanwhile, Endpoint. Would they be aware of this? Actually got a double AWP set up with Ropsby on the secondary AWP as well. Got 2 M4s, double AWPs, and an XM. That's actually surprising. I'm actually a bit surprised they were able to afford that with that money. But, you know, when you get your accounting to work, your economy to work, it looks really good. And I think Endpoint might be expecting like a free round potentially, but they're going to realize very soon if they do walk into these AWPs, that it's going to be a lot worse. So Frozen has been tagged up in Pop Dog by the XM. Smokes and flashes being thrown in. Gotta be very careful. Frozen's got the smoke. You can't see. Carrigan with flash in his face takes out Robin, and Carrigan takes down Crucial as well. However, Surreal, he's got 1. Carrigan's got a 3rd, taking the bomb down at T-Con. They know players in Olaf as well. But Carrigan's gonna peek in there. He just doesn't care. It's 4, takes down Surreal. And Frozen, he's gonna pick up maybe the 3rd orb. Oh, that's just a bit cheeky. Frozen in T-Con. Bemis getting ready to trade if needed. Carrigan holding the angle as well. Frozen with the orb. Flames in a 1v4. Jumps out. Frozen picks him up out of the air. And it'll be a 4th round for Mouse. Great round by Carrigan there. What a, you know, that's what an IGL needs to do to motivate its team to keep pushing. And that's what a leader's got to do. And Carrigan leading by example there with that amazing AWPs. Amazing AWP shots as well in the flick. Double AWP. Carrigan and Rops. Once again, MP9 on Chris J. 2 AKs on Bemis and Frozen. Even though they won that round, you know, Mouse, actually, they've got a bit of money there. Frozen, oh, lucky that Crucial missed his shot. Frozen punishes them for it. Carrigan looking towards T-Con. We've got T-Con control again. This is the problem with Endpoint at the moment. Is that they're going to go for a execute. Well, they're going for a B execute in the end. Trying to get the smokes and flashes down. Rops does get the opening pick on the B exchange. And Carrigan, they're just exchanging. So Surreal and Robin both drop the AWPs. Keep on going. And Mighty Max will get the bomb plant at least. So they won't be forced to half by next round. It'll get that extra $800. And basically, Mighty Max will be surrounded and shot from all angles. Chris J, Rops, you name it. Who's going to get the kill? And it'll be 5th on the board. mousesports looking pretty good to get 10 rounds on their CT side of train. Endpoint, well, they're going to have to go for a half buy regardless. It doesn't really matter what they do. They didn't have enough money in the end. They had no money going for it. By the way, guys, I assume the IGL's fine. No, not IGL, the in-game sound. Sorry, I turned it up in another scene, but I forgot about this scene to turn it up here. Smoke being through into T-Con. mousesports looking good early. Rob's coming in through uppers. Flashbang goes out. Rob's not even touched by it, and Surreal's going to walk into it. Rob's is going to be gritting from ear to ear to get that opening pick. And Carrigan with the AWP as well. And this Endpoint can't handle the double AWP. And Rob's easy shot for Robs. It just seems Endpoint seems a bit nervous. Because, like, they're just not getting that aim out. They're just getting out-aimed. They're missing a few shots, and Mouse are punishing them for it. Now, Robs does miss a shot there. As I say that, the caster curse. Bomb's been planted at the B bomb side. I've got to say, you know, great work by Endpoint to make sure the bomb gets planted every time so they get as much money as they can. Frozen will take down Robin, and Mighty Max will drop as well. That'll be an easy Mouse retake. So 6-2. So, despite Mouse winning that and retaking that, Endpoint, they got the bomb plant down. This will allow them to have a better buy coming in here. So the AKs and AWPs will come out and they'll have that extra utility as well. So the big issues I've been seeing with Endpoint here is they can't control these 3 points. Like, they've been struggling to control T-Con and Popdog, and just Mouse always seems to have 2 of these points. Usually it's Popdog and T-Con, and Endpoint can't do anything. Like that, they are forced to go into Ro16 or just get fed into the Karrigan, Frozen, and Chris J meat grinder. Flames checks down Popdog. To be fair though, Endpoint have been trying to get rid of this, and Surreal does take down Frozen, who's trying to peek up lowers. They have been trying to get rid of these players out of, Popdog and stuff like that. But just Mouse are just staying cool, calm, and collect and confident. Karrigan will jump across the trains, checks Popdog. Now Ro16, he'll just go back to the site. Molotov's been chucked over to where Ro16 would have been. Endpoint learning from the previous round where Ro16 picked off both their players. Flashbang's gone in. Phoenix takes down Mighty Max in T-Con. Does take a bit of damage and confirms that Crucial is in T-Con. Surreal looking towards lowers and looking towards uppers. He's still looking for Ro16. Ro16 being very, very huge on the B bomb site so far. I think he's only lost it once. Flames and Surreal. They're getting to the B bomb site. So far, 3 on A and 1 on B. Flames getting the Molotov out. Smokes and Flash has been thrown in. Ro16, where is he aiming for? He's aiming for uppers. He's expecting the first player to come at uppers. I think Ro16 is going to be wrong about this. He's going to realize he's been flashed with the angle. They might wander onto the site. Smoke's already there at Z-Con and they're actually pressuring Ro16 hard. Ro16 goes down at the back of the bomb site. And Robin just sneakily going through. Robin can't see. Robin is seeing that by Phoenix. A quick trade by Flames. Now they're looking for Chris J. And Chris J is the flank. Can he do this? A 1v3. He's been spotted by Flames. And Flames very, very quick to the trigger. And very quick to see that Chris J was coming on the flank. It'll be 6-3. So Endpoint get the third round on the board. But Mouse, they've been winning these rounds so cleanly. And look at that. They got the AWPs. They got the M4s back again. Four AKs and an AWP on Crucial versus 4 M4s and an AWP on Karrigan. And both Karrigan and Ro16 have been, playing very, very well with the AWP so far, as you can see on the scoreboard here. Robin with an AK. Looking towards the top server room just in case the booster's coming in. Karrigan rotating across. Check up is not a chance for Mighty Max. Just in a flash, Mighty Max, hit right between the chest, and he's down for the count. Rob's gonna throw a Molotov towards uppers as well. Mighty Max, bit of a miss molly there. Flames getting ready for a smoke just outside Popdog. And a flashbang as well. Robin stretching for Ivy, does one tap Bemis, and Bemis does respond to one tap of his own. Crucial takes down Chris J at Popdog, now Frozen on the bomb train. Molotov being thrown over him, and Karrigan's going to have to move over. Frozen has been tagged through the smoke. They're firing all through the smoke as well. Another Molotov being thrown over by Crucial, and they just spotted Frozen in the end, trying to sneak towards Popdog. Now it's going to be a 2v4. Surreal should get the plant. Karrigan, how can I go for this 2v4 retake? Very, very confident. Flames holding Popdog. Just in case a flank does come in. Given that as the B defender, being Ro16, he could flank through Popdog. But in the end, I think Karrigan's called to save. Didn't think it was a good idea to try and retake it. So it's going to be 4th round for Endpoint. And they will keep their weapons, and they will be able to buy next round as well. I gotta say with Mouse, they've been very, very good at managing their economy as well. They've been very, very good at managing their economy. I don't think they've been forced into an eco round yet by Endpoint. And Endpoint, they really want to force Mouse into it. But they just haven't had the money to do so. And Robin dies on the site. And that's not exactly ideal. They only lose an AK out of that, which can be bought up once again. But you don't want to recklessly lose money like that. So next round coming up, Mouse can buy again. There's enough money. Mighty Max not having a great day at the office so far. He's got 0 frags, but he's got, a few assists, and that's good enough. Always need to get the frags to make it count. Crucial. Holding at the back of T-Con. Flashback goes in, and Crucial out of nowhere takes down Chris J. Chris J, perfect flash, but doesn't matter. Crucial shot in the dark, he nails it. Bemis throws the smoke towards Ivy. Bemis in a lot of pressure now since the T-Con defender's taken out. Molotov can be thrown towards Pop Dog. Good start so far by Endpoint, taking down Chris J. A lot of utility being used towards Pop Dog, and Frozen's on 10 HP already. Flames just waiting to deal the coup de grace. Rob's going to be careful with this frag grenade as well, because Frozen's going to be out of there when he uses it. Another frag grenade thrown in, and Surreal and Flames dealt a bit of damage. Flashbang will be thrown in towards Pop Dog. Molotov thrown up, actually. It's actually separated Endpoint to 2 separate areas. Great Molotov, and Frozen's going to throw another Molotov towards Pop Dog. Now it's going to be basically a 3-on-1 on each side for mousesports, 3 on A and 1 on B, being Rops in the end. Rops going to be careful though, because they are Endpoint getting ready to execute on the B bomb site. Utility being thrown in. Molotov as well. They don't know where Rops is. Counter flash is thrown in, and rotate will come in quickly. Now Flames, Endpoint actually going to do a reverse. They might actually just sneak the bomb into the A bomb site. And then bamboozle Mouse in. Mouse have over-rotated, and Crucial to throw the Molotov in. They've got to get that bomb planted though, and the bomb is rushing over, and Mighty Max will plant the bomb. No one can prevent the bomb from being planted unless Bemis does a beeline for it, but he will not be able to. Now it's going to be a 4v5 retake, and mousesports going to go for this. Flames on the bomb train. Looking behind them. That's where they're going to go. Carrigan does dig Flames. Robin takes down Bemis at Z connector as well. And Flames, they've got a round here. Great switch up from Endpoint there. Throw the utility at the B bomb site and straight away rotate through Pop Dog. And Flames just making sure that no one can pick up the AWP in the end. Flames will most likely die, I'm going to say. I'm not sure if he's going to make it in the end. And in the end, Rops and Frozen in break room saving their weapons. And Flames will go down with the bomb. 6-4 at the moment, or 6-5 now. Endpoint getting that pass score, and well, they've slammed the brakes on Mouse at the moment. Mouse haven't got a single CT round for quite a while, actually. For about 3 rounds. And this will be, well, the thing is for Mouse though, they can still buy up. This is the scary part, that Mouse's economy has been, even though it's been hit over and over and over again, they've still got a buy round coming in, and trying to make Mouse work for it here. Dragonade getting thrown into T-Con. Mouse, they haven't got control of Pop Dog and T-Con now. This is really killing them as well. They've got 3 players ready to go out of T-Con. Flashbang goes in, opening pick by Carrigan. Mighty Max does take down Chris J, but Carrigan gets him a second time. Now 3rd for Carrigan. Looking for Robin. He knows Robin's here. Frozen. They spotted the 2 players, 1 in Pop Dog and 1 in T-Con. And Frozen will get the bomb dropped. And Frozen was expecting a trade from the Pop Dog player, but in the end, didn't have to do much at all. So give you thrown at Pop Dog. They've got the bomb dropped at T-Con, and they're going to line up across for that. Rops going to stay at the B bomb site unless they try to flank. Carrigan checking T-Con. And it's going to hold T-Spawn in the end. That should be a round win for Mouse. Desperately needed round win. Flames actually coming through Pop Dog. Might be able to do this. Actually, is Flames still alive? He's doable 1v4. Given it is Flames, Flames does dispose of Frozen in the end. Flashbang getting ready. Carrigan holding the angle. Flashbang being thrown out. Carrigan, perfect. Denies that splash. And Carrigan with another 4k of the AWP. Be a 7th round for Mouse. I gotta like, how Carrigan used the T-Con wall to make sure that pop flash coming out from Flames was useless. Didn't, affect him at all. Carrigan's had a stellar game so far. Currently on 16. MVP of the map so far. With that AWP and 2 4Ks as well. And a huge impact at the moment. 3-4s and AK. Double AWP setup once again for Mouse. This double AWP setup was giving Endpoint a lot of grit on crucial. At a crucial moment, he de-scopes. And Carrigan delivers a coup de grace to his heart in the end. Flashbang being thrown in. Carrigan gonna throw a smoke to T-Con. Rop's making sure no one boosts up at Boiler. Throws smokes towards Lawless. Tells his teammate to pop in to help him out. A lot of smokes and flashes being thrown. And they're going to go for the boost now that Rops was guarding previously. I reckon they're going to be thrown in towards Ivy. Now, I've got two players on the B bomb site. I know Endpoint are able to use this B bomb site very well. Smoke going to be thrown in towards Ivy. Robin using a lot of utility to get rid of Bemis. And Bemis has already gone on a passive role in this B bomb site. And, ooh. Chris J gonna go for it yet? Now, Chris J hasn't gone for it yet, but they've got a flank here on the B bomb site. Robin's actually snuck in behind through Ivy, and Bemis hasn't tracked it. So Robin, crucial executes. Heard where Rops is, definitely. And Chris J, they're gonna hear it quickly. Rops gonna get knifed potentially as well. Rops taken out. They don't know where Frozen is. Actually called it Frozen now on the site. Execute onto the B bomb site. Carrigan with a trade, taking down Surreal in the end. It'll be a 3v3. They gotta find Robin and quick. Because they know Robin's on the site somewhere, and Chris J holding CT. And he's going to check the other CT side as well. Robin's being spotted by Bemis, and Bemis with the trade, and Bemis going to have to throw a smoke down at Z Connect before he's burnt. Now Mighty Max is hearing noises, Chris J being tagged up. Carrigan trying to sneak in, and Mighty Max will peek at the perfect time. Mighty Max has been tagged up now. Chris J has to pressure hard now. Looking for the last player being Flames in a 1v2. And Flames are going to line up potentially. Bemis going for the defuse. And Bemis will be ended up, and Flames lines them up, gets a 2k, and gets the 6th round for Endpoint. And Endpoint looking the good so far on the B bomb side. A great flank from Robin to make that happen. So 7-6. 4 AKs, 1 AWP on Crucial, 2 Deagles and 3 USPs. Mouse on their first eco. Interesting. This is their first eco for the entire half, by the way, guys. So, Endpoint. Working the magic. They've finally done it. Mighty Max just lurking through Ivy. Molotov gonna be thrown in. Crucial waiting for Bemis to peek out. Bemis tries to go for the one dig, and Crucial sends him to the ground. Flames picks up the bomb, catches Carrigan napping, and in the end Chris J stuck a stop sign, denied by Mighty Max. And Endpoint gonna get round number 7. Rops with a deagle, trying to one dig, does one dig Crucial in the end. And so it's gonna be up to Frozen and Rops for a retake, but they can't. Well, they're not going to be able to pick up any weapons. Bomb's going to be planted by Flames. And it's going to be a 7th round for Endpoint, most likely at this stage. Not really much Mouse can do. Surreal. Takes down Frozen. Now they're looking for a Rops. Rops hasn't acquired a weapon yet. Trying to get an AWP. Mighty Max throwing the AWP away. Make sure they don't get close to it at all. And, well, Rops, he can't get anything in the end. Rops will try to sneak in from Pop Dog to see if he can get anything. See where the weapons will flow back to. And Rops will check the site. No one's there. There's no weapons for him to pick up either. So it's going to be 7-7. Rops doesn't recover anything. So 7-7. Endpoint. Bit of a lead here on Train. Technically speaking. You know, if you're talking about past scores. Past scores being 5 on the T side. And 10 on the CT side. Endpoint looking really good here. Carrigan with the AWP. Catches Surreal. He actually saw the second player as well. Goes for the second shot, the second pick, but doesn't nail it in the end. And Frozen, Chris J, got to be aware there's a player behind him. Flames and Flames 1-2 to spray transfer is amazing. And Flames opens up the A bomb site for Endpoint. Great execution, great spray transfer as well. Mouse just didn't even have a clue there. Might be thrown towards Ivy. 3v4. Rops coming in from the B bomb site, coming in from Z connector. Opens up the angle. Here's a lot of movement. Beam is coming in from Ivy. Flashbang's thrown in. Karrigan goes to shot Bemis with a 2-tap. Takes down Mighty Max. Flashbang's going to be thrown in for Bemis as well. Flames lurking on the bomb train. Takes down Karrigan. Spray transfers almost there. But Bemis is taken down by Robin in the end. Now it's just up to Rops. And Rops, they're just waiting for him at the bomb train. And Rops' head pops up. And Crucial puts 8 on the board for Endpoint. And Endpoint with a commanding lead going into their CT side. And Mouse got to win. Got to win pistols at this stage. Because they're in a whole bunch of trouble. They're going to win 9 T-side rounds on train. You know, not entirely too sure if it's doable. Like the big issue is that, you know, if Mouse had control of Endpoint at the start, Endpoint just seemed a lot nervous. Like, Mouse had control of T-Con here, they had control of Pop Dog. Rops was, you know, all happy in B side, you know, either backer side, either, you know, close or uppers. You know, Rops was all happy there. And then afterwards, you know, Endpoint started hitting their shots. They started securing T-Con, they started securing Pop Dog. And they started, you know, essentially winning rounds and putting a lot of pressure onto Mouse. Anyways, guys, let's get on to the second half here of the DreamHack Open Fall 2020. Endpoint v Mouse, first upper bracket game. And Endpoint, I brought the A game here and put Mouse, you know, put Mouse under a bit of pressure. Well, a lot of pressure, actually. Karrigan, they have 2 P250s on Rops and Karrigan, 2 flashes and 2 smokes. Most likely could be going for an A site hit. And Endpoint have 3 players going up B. They're playing very aggressive, actually, while Mouse are going towards Ivy in the end, with Bemis leading the charge. Ooh, Surreal taken out by Rops. And they're going to go for an A hit. Endpoint being very, very aggressive, and their aggression has been not rewarded, but punished in the end. Chris Jack just checking Ivy, making sure no one's there. He's going to line up the smoke for Pop Dog. And they're going to go for an execute fight. T-Con and Pop Dog onto the A bomb site. Karrigan throwing a flash in ahead of his teammates. Karrigan checking the site, spots one on bomb train. And they're aware of where the players are. And Bemis spots the second. Now Mighty Max on bomb train. Takes down Frozen, trying to sneak past them in the end. Crucial being tagged up. Chris J charging through his full team. And Chris J annihilates Mighty Max there. Crucial does take down Bemis in the end. And Crucial's very good with these pistols. Robin with 1 takes down Rops, and Crucial takes down Chris J, leaving just Karrigan in a 1v2. Karrigan desperately trying to get a frag to make this a lot easier for him. He's going to go and isolate the Z connector player in Crucial, but Robin might try and stop him in the end. And Robin with a beautiful USP shot puts 9 on the board. And Mouse, they're starting to feel in the pinch here. Because Endpoint win the pistols. Mouse needed to win it. And now Mouse is going to win, well, 9 rounds in a 9 rounds on a T side, on the gun rounds on the T side of train. Really, really difficult. It's not an easy task. So Mouse have forced up the Eagles Tech 9s. Four Deagles, Tech 9, 2 MP9s, M4s, FAMASs, and a Scout. Flames, opening pick on Karrigan, grinding that money. Getting those $600 dues every time they get a kill with that weapon, the MP9. Mighty Max. Trying to get any sort of shot here, Mouse. Any sort of shot. Any sort of 1 dig. What he's trying to do here. I got like Endpoint's defense. You know, Mouse had 4 players to the A bomb site, but Endpoint, you know, 2 players on the B bomb site. Mighty Max to the Scout. Nails Bemis with a beautiful headshot. Flames. Oh, good work by Flames. Hiding in Olaf. Chops off Chris J. And this is just a dead round as Flames and Robin clean up the rest. It's showing how good Endpoint are on train. And this is what I said, you know, Endpoint's best map is train. And this is what happening at the moment. You know, basically, Mouse being shown up at the moment. Endpoint showing themselves, you know, a reason to believe at the moment. They're getting that confidence in. Flames is rocking with the team. Flames is on 20 kills. Earlier when, you know, Endpoint were going down a whole bunch of slumps. You know, Flames wasn't getting in the action. No one, you know, was just doing anything, unfortunately. And now so there's an eco round for Mouse, and Endpoint will get 11 in the end. But now, Flames is rocking the team. He's kicking some butt. And the Endpoint are winning train. They won train T side. And at the moment, they're winning train, CT side. And they're playing incredibly well at the moment. At the start, it was very wobbly. Mouse basically were dictating play. But now, Endpoint are now dictating terms. And Mouse will have to learn how to flow with it at the moment. Flames with the MP9. Surreal. Throws a flash in towards lowers. Mouse just want to get the bomb planted. That's all they want. Just get that bomb planted. Get any money they can for the next round. Now they're looking towards the B bomb site. It's 2 players on it. Being Surreal. Getting ready to play an anti-flash. Smoke's going to be thrown towards lowers. It's Surreal on lowers as well. Surreal should farm a bunch of money here. Gets $1,800 reduce from the opening pick. The deal helps Crucial his teammate. And Surreal will get a 4K in the end. And a cheeky little 1 dig through the smoke on Chris J. And it'll be 11 for Endpoint. No bomb plant and Endpoint. They get a no bomb plant for Mouse. And Endpoint get another round on the board and put 11. So Mouse will get that buy now. 4 AKs and all on Carrigan. So here we go. 4 AKs and all. Now, Mouse has to win this round. This is a big prime round for Mouse to win. Problem is, they're going to be versing a full gun round of Endpoint when they do win it. Dragon A thrown towards T-Con will deal a bit of damage to Chris J. Robin trying to get any early picks, any information against Mouse. Flashbang going to be thrown in. Money Max looking towards T-Con. Rops scouting towards the B bomb. Like, what's the shadow? Surreal tagged up by Rops. Rops about to throw the smoke grenade, but almost loses his health in the act. Now Carrigan, see what he can do. He's got the AWP in his hand. They've got the weapons. Carrigan ain't gonna be thrown into Pop Dog. We'll do a bit of damage to Frozen, but just go past them in the end. Now 53 seconds to go. They're gonna execute shortly. Money Max getting all the angles, trying to buy as much time as they can to smokes and flashes. Endpoint moving around, making a bit of noise, but Mouse can't hit it. Great fight coming in, but Frozen gets opening pick at Pop Dog. And they know the CTs have popped through. Beamers waiting for Mighty Max to creep a bit forward. And they've already got 2 kills on the A bomb site. Might be a bit of panic popping in here. Frozen at Pop Dog. And Frozen will go down shortly by Surreal with the MP9. The bomb might be lost in translation, actually. Carrigan misses the shot, does leg Rob in the end. Chris J has to plant. And will Chris J get the plant? And he does. However, Flames with 2K with the MP9. Beamers to trade out from stop sign. That's just Surreal in a 1v2. Now Surreal he can back off if he wants to. Both Mouse players are quite low, so Surreal can proceed with this if he wants to. Surreal takes down Beamers at stop sign. Surreal does have a kit. Throws a Molotov towards Pop Dog. It'll be incorrect. He's at E-Box. Chris J just waiting. And he'll peek out now. Surreal has to do it. And Chris J, Nerves of Steel, gets 8 on the board for Mouse. So Endpoint, as I said before, even if they win this round, Mouse, they're versing just another gun round. 3 M4s, double AWP. And it'll be 3 AKs, a Galil, and an AWP on Mouse. But Mouse don't have much utility there. Actually, Endpoint have more utility than Mouse do. So, basically the CTs can potentially outlast their utility. Bomb getting chucked over Bemis. Crawling into the B area. Mouse have seemingly taken a liking to this B bomb site. They haven't gone onto A all that much, but they're liking this B bomb site. Crucial holding lower, flashbang goes in. Crucial gets opening kill on Beamers, but they're still going to crawl through anyway. And the smokes and flashes being thrown in, rotations going through. Molotov is thrown out by Crucial, gets a second. Surreal chimes in, bomb is dropped. And this is a very, very good hold by Endpoint, and most likely the round coming in here. Bombs dropped, Surreal spots the bomb. And well, nothing really Mouse can do here. They've got the Galil and the AK and Frozen and Rops. AK being picked up by Robin. Now, What are Ro16 and Frozen going to do here? Flames looking towards Pop Dog. Bombs lost at B. And that's just a cruel way to lose this round. And the AK is being picked up. 2 AKs to keep double AWP. And it'll most likely be a 12th round to Endpoint. Not much Ro16 and Frozen can do at the moment. Would have been noticing, even though we'll wait for this time, because I don't think Endpoint going to do anything. They want to save the money. They've got nothing to really hunt for. What I've been noticing is that Mouse has been crowding around to this B bomb site a lot. They've only executed on A very few times. They've always gone to this B bomb site. This is a big issue when you go to this B bomb site, is that you really only got 2 ways of entering, which is down here through lowers and down here up here through uppers. And it's not like the A bomb site where you can just, enter through T-Con, enter through Pop Dog, and enter through Ivy, and you've got a complete scope of the site. That's been a big issue for Mouse. They've been really limiting their options by going for that only, 1, 2 areas of execution. So Mouse will force up. Tech 9, Deagle, 2 AKs, and a Galil. Meanwhile, double AWP set up in 2 AKs. Endpoint looking to win their 13th here. Frozen gets definitely picked. Takes down Robin in Pop Dog. Frozen getting ready for a player to follow him out. Mighty Max does take down Frozen in the end as a trade. Now Mighty Max still holding Pop Dog. He's going to throw a flash up. He doesn't realize that Carrigan's sneaking through with an AK. Actually sneaking between enemy lines. And Carrigan's actually on top of the trains as well. They don't expect it. Mighty Max not even looking up. And Carrigan's just chomped into bits. And Bemis and Chris J have chimed in as well. And on the bomb site, leaving just the B anchor of Surreal just left over. Fake plant looking for Surreal. Surreal's actually stayed on the B bomb site. Didn't commit to the rotate. And Chris J quickly looking multiple directions. And getting a bit of motion sickness. Carrigan with the AWP. Looking for Surreal. Surreal gonna save this weapon. Surreal gonna save this weapon. Actually, it's in fact like making laps around the B bomb site. Gonna be a knife round for Mouse. Problem is that Endpoint can still buy up, even though it's like not a great buy. They can still buy up again into this. Let's see what Endpoint gonna do. Is it gonna be a half buy? Surreal's got a kit, a Molotov, and a few other things. They're gonna buy up definitely. Like there's more arguments to buy up, probably 95% buy, given the fact they have a kit, they have a Molotov, they have a flash. Surreal had a full set of nades, and Crucial's been handed the AWP. 4 AKs and AWP on Mouse. And there's a decoy being put at the connector. Rop's going to throw an early execute in. Rop's going to try to enter the site. Takes down Robert before he gets a Pop Dog. And Rop's already at E-Box. The smoke's already thrown for him as well. And Flame's going to try and make sure that no one crosses. But in the end, he's been smoked off. He gets towards Heaven in the end. Molotov's going to be thrown towards Stop Sign. Trying to get rid of all the players. And they've actually spotted a player at Heaven. They've spotted Flames at Heaven now. So they're very aware of where Flames could be. Flames drops out of Heaven. I think he was spotted in the end. And in the end, Chris J doesn't go down. Chris J does take down Flames. Bemis takes down Surreal. Surreal trades out on Rops. And Mighty Max coming in from behind. Did they hear Mighty Max? I don't think they did. Bombs planted. Mighty Max gets the initial pick. And that's a good pick so far. Now, here's the 2v3 retake. Mighty Max throws the smoke in. Unfortunately, the smoke is not good. And I think Endpoint going to back out of this. They got no money. They can't lose that AWP or AK. They need anything they can get. Meanwhile, Mouse, they can't really go hunting at the moment. Well, they could. Bemis could go, Bemis and Chris J could go hunting, but they don't want to hold it. They don't want to give away a kill, and then eventually it's a 2v2, and they'll go for a retake. Chris J looking towards CT. I don't think he'll spot Crucial in the end. Will he? Crucial better be very careful. Chris J creeping, but I don't think he's going to find it in the end. It's going to be a 10th round for Mouse. So Mouse have broken the Endpoint economy. But will Endpoint force into this? Look at their loss bonus. Don't think they have to. They can go for a half buy. They don't have to force up into this. Get some deals. That's it. They don't have to force into this or P250s if they can afford it, but as you can see there, you know, Flames and Robin can't afford it. Doesn't really matter. And smokes and flashes being thrown over. This might cause an over-rotate onto their bomb site. It's already got 4 players onto their bomb site. It's already got 1 player not over-rotating yet. Crucial, making sure that Carrigan doesn't do the exact same thing they did before. Surreal throws a decent nade onto Mouse. He spotted all of them. Surreal better be very, very careful. Rotation's already occurred. 3 players already rotated to the B bomb site. And Mouse is going to go plow through it anyway. More supposed to be thrown in. And in the end, I think Surreal might have to move. Surreal loses his head. So does Flames to Rops. And they just go wham from uppers and lowers. And they should get the bomb planted very, very shortly. Bemis backing up his teammate. Chris J going to plant the bomb on the bomb train. Numbers being dialed in. And I think Endpoint going to call it quits. Can Robin find something though? Robin will be looking for any sort of headshot to try and get a weapon. They need to keep this AK and AWP going into the next round. And Mouse starting to work things out. They get 11 on the board. Will they go after Endpoint though? That's the big question. Will they go after Endpoint? Instead, they're planning to just keep the weapons. They heard the AWP from Ivy. I'm not sure you're going to go peeking on a long angle on Ivy. So 12-11. Mouse 4 AKs and an AWP. Versus 3 M4s and AK and AWP as well. Endpoint saving a lot of weapons there as well. And this has led to him to have a lot more utility. And a lot more, you know, weapons as well. You still have FAMASs and MP9s. We've got M4s. And Mouse going for another early execute onto their bomb site. Endpoint ready for this because Endpoint have been caught off guard multiple times. And Flames just going with some preemptive fire through towards Olaf. Carrigan throwing flashes and molotovs in and checking Pop Dog. They've actually got Pop Dog control and T-Con control. Chris J backing up Carrigan, but they were unable to thread a needle onto the bomb site. Like Carrigan still has full T-Con control. Mighty Max on Ivy. Looking towards server. Fragment going to be thrown towards the edge of Ivy. Will do no damage actually, but surprised. Carrigan with the AWP on the opposite end of T-Con. Just waiting to see if anyone was trying to sneak in. The smokes are there. Rops hiding on the B bomb site. Might be able to take down Surreal. Surreal's going to be very careful to peek out. And Rob does punish him so many times on that angle. And Surreal's going to throw a Molotov just in case they go for the B bomb site. Surreal's going to be very careful being aggressive on that lower angle because a few times Rox has almost taken his head off. Bemis holding the smoke angle. Mighty Max one tapped by Bemis, but does get a glove on Bemis in the end. Crucial gets the opening pick on Chris J. Picks up the bomb on it, spotted the gun, and Robin, he's going to put up Pop Dog in Carrigan. You can see it. Planes into trade, and Bemis with the one tap. Now Rops waiting for the flank from Surreal. Going to be 12th round for Mouse. Great execution, but a bit unfortunate there for Mighty Max. But Bemis took out Flames before Flames had a chance to try and save the side. 12-12. Tied scoreline now. And Endpoint half by coming in with deals. And Endpoint, they're starting to feel the flames at the moment. They can't get smashed into this half by buy sort of scenario because Mouse are going to feast on them if they do. Molotovs and Fragonets being thrown by Rops. Rops lurk on the B bomb site. Smoke's going to be thrown in. Mighty Max, I think he spotted a player to the right and takes down Frozen for 1D. This is looking pretty good for Endpoint so for this deco so far. And Mighty Max has recovered a weapon. Has been tagged up though. Fragonet being thrown over. Just waiting for Mighty Max to peek up and Bemis gets an opening pick. Gonna check for Crucial. I think he spot Crucial in the end. He did it. And Crucial's gonna get a freebie with that Deagle there. Carrigan with the trade with the AWP. Before he goes down. That's Surreal looking for Carrigan at E-Box. Trying to go for the 1Ds. And Rops peeks out of Pop Dog. Takes down Robin. And now Surreal stuck. And Rops and Chris J work together. Put 13 on the board. And Mouse taking the lead once again. My favorite Danish viewer. She's saying go Mouse. Mouse is not a Danish team. All I'm gonna say. Not a Danish team, Vivek. As Mouse take 13 on the lead and looking really good for Mouse at the moment, but Endpoint have got the double AWP set up out. Flashes being thrown everywhere, and only one player is actually snuck here, which is Frozen. He's going to be hiding in the smoke. He's going to see how many players are on the A bomb site. Turn and orb, and Frozen probably getting a bit nervous and not actually doesn't get hit by that. It's actually caught Crucial trying to go through Z connector. He's going to tell Mouse there's 2 players at the B bomb site. He's almost caught the player in rotation. Now, Mouse will probably go to an A hit, but Mighty Max has got a pretty good angle. Yeah, Surreal's being tagged up once again. And in the end, Mighty Max has just gone back into Ivy. Good idea for him, given he could have been picked out all alone by himself. Now, Frozen already down on Pop Dog. They're going to clear out Pop Dog, though. They've got to be careful, because that smoke is going to disappear very, very shortly. Flashbang will be thrown in towards Ivy. Checking T-Con. They've got T-Con control somewhat, which is good. And they've also got Ivy control, which means they can just smoke out Pop Dog. Robin on T-Con. Venus with the bomb. Bomb lost in T-Con. They have to go grab it now as well. And they have no real control other than Pop Dog. In the end, Endpoint will have to abandon it. Rops will be able to recover the bomb. Frozen checking Pop Dog. Frozen will have to make an execute coming in here. Mighty Max does take down Karrakin. Oh, Frozen will one tap on Flames. Flames got to given a don't argue. Rops getting top of the train. Crucial taken out. And this is just madness. I can't believe they're doing this. Chris J. Rops with the bomb. Rops going to go plant it. Surreal gets the opening pick. The quick. Oh no, he can't now. He can't plant. He's got 11 seconds. And Rops is going to make something happen. He's going to take down one of the players. And they're not peeking into him. And Rops gets the opening pick. Now he's got a 1vx. And Rops is not going to be able to plant the bomb. And it's going to be a 13th round for Endpoint. And great work by Endpoint to just disrupt the plant for a few seconds. And play out time. Give me a timeout. Most likely the timeout being from Mouse after that round. Great work by Endpoint. Salvage a round out of against the run of play as well, since Mouse just broke into that site with no real effort. And in the end, they're able to do it, including a beautiful one tap on Frozen on Flames by Frozen. I can be your favorite Russian viewer. I gotta say, Mouse would have been talking about, the previous round. Endpoint, though, even though they won that round, their money is nothing. Mouse win this round, they're on match point, and Mighty Max doesn't have it all either, but good, great stuff by Flames. Picks off Frozen early, and it looks like the fires are melting the Flames at the moment. Now Molotov's being thrown in. They've spotted all 3 players. Bemis wins at E-Bot, taking down Robin, takes down Flames at Heaven, and Bemis is just pushing in. The Lithuanian superstar for Mouse. Bemis has been... Was he scouted? No, I think Karrakin was scouted in the end. Surreal lurking around. Bemis can actually go for a bomb plant. Mighty Max takes down Robs effortlessly. Now he's looking for Bemis. Karrakin takes down Surreal to allow Bemis to plant. Because they know where Mighty Max is with the scout. And Mighty Max, he might have to run off with this scout, but I'm not terribly too sure if he should. It's the worst weapon they've got. But Mighty Max is going to have to save it, given the fact that, they'll have to force up next round. Let's just see what the lost bonus is like. No, lost bonus is fine. They don't have to force up. And Karrakin will take care of Mighty Max, puts 14 on the board. Just watching chat react to that one tap from Flames. That was nuts. But either way, Endpoint going to go for a half by here. They lost all their weapons. And Mouse surely going to put 15 on the board. Five Deegs versus 4 AKs, 1 AWP. Chris J throwing a Molotov towards uppers. Now Frozen throwing a Molotov in towards Ivy. Mighty Max might have to pop out here, and he does. And Karrakin's just like, hello. And Chris J nails Surreal. Surreal, I've said so many times, he's going to be so careful. Double Kobe from Rock potentially. And he spotted Flames, but he loses the door, and the AK is going to drop into Flames' hands. Chris J Flames going looking for some extra Mouse Sports players, but always going to find potentially Chris J. And Chris J, the Glock, denies Flames, and the AK is just dropped on the ground. Now they're lurking around the back of sites. Carrigan checking the A bomb site, checking Pop Dog in particular. And we've got to get the bomb back. Crucial. Not deep in T-Con. Carrigan picks off Robin, and Crucial has no idea where Carrigan got that shot off from. Flashbang being thrown in. Chris J. That was interesting flashbang. I think that's going to be of no consequence. Carrigan looking around the A bomb site. Molotov getting thrown in. Crucial getting spotted. Misses the 1D. And Carrigan with a free K just picks him off very, very quickly. And that'll be a 15th round for Mouse. Mouse on 2 map points. Endpoint. They get the double AWP set up. They put all their money in together. And their final buy. 2 rounds to get to OT. 1 round to seal the deal for Mouse. 3 AKs double AWP set up for Mouse, actually. A double AWP set up for Endpoint as well. Robin with the M4 goes in towards Pop Dog. Checks T-Con, gets everything pick on Robs, and that seemed like a well-oiled machine. And Flames has denied Beamers at T-Con as Beamers tried to charge through. Now 3v5. Robin in Pop Dog. Actually heard player go through break room, so that means it might be a reset coming through. Rotate coming through. Might be a double rotate too. Crucial takes down Carrigan. Should be an easy round for Endpoint here. Robin coming in for the flank. Chris gave the bomb. It'll be 14 for Endpoint. So now Mouse, they're going to make sure this doesn't go to OT. As I said, 8 rounds, good. 9 rounds, good. But this is looking tough. Last round of the half. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for the follows, actually. We got to thank you guys for the follows in the end. Double AWP set up for Endpoint once again. Endpoint just hoping is on the back of this double AWP setup they can get it done. Flames charging in through the smoke. He's actually taking a bit of damage from the Molotov, and Mouse would have heard that. So they have an idea where Flames is. Pop Dog, Flames gets the opening pick, drops the bomb, a quick trade up by Beamers. And a 1-for-1 trade. Smokes are everywhere. Crucial spots the flash. Takes down Frozen. Now it's looking for Beamers because he knows Beamers is around this E-box location. Beamers has been a bit of a beast so far. Molotov getting thrown towards stop sign. Is going to now use E-box. Flames already in heaven. And Beamers murders Mighty Max. Pressures Flames. She's not Flames actually in that corner. It's Robin. And they've got halfway into the A bomb site. Surreal with the AK. Walking wounded on Mouse. Molotov getting thrown over. And they're looking for the Ivy defender, but not going to find them there. Beamers with the bomb. Surreal not opening up the angle. Crucial. Looking towards Pop Dog. From the similar angle that Carrigan held it last time. They're really targeting Beamers here. Beamers might want to throw the bomb back, potentially. But Beamers can't move in the end. Flashbang's going to be thrown over. And none of them react in the end. Crucial still holding Pop Dog. 32 seconds to go. And they got to get onto the side. And in the end, Carrigan wide peeks in. And he goes down. Crucial holding the perfect angle to disrupt this bomb plant. Won't get me thrown in. In the end, Beamers gets the job done. Gotta get the bomb planter now though. And Endpoint could charge onto this, but now Beamers putting the pressure on. Beamers holding stop sign. Better person by Beamers. Almost a great spray transfer, but Robin puts it to overtime. Lines up Beamers and Rops. And it'll be 15-15. Great work by Robin there. Beamers almost got the ace as well. And Mouse, they had 2 opportunities to take that round away. Take that map away from Endpoint. Beamers Day is not going to be happy with that. So close. The spray transfer was almost so good. He heard the player on bomb train. One-tapped him. Trying to spray over to Robin, but Robin picks off both Rops and Beamers in one fell swoop. So we've got OT here, guys. Did not expect OT on the first map. So 15-15. Double off setup for Endpoint. Endpoint starting the CT side, Mouse starting the T side. Just in case you guys are wondering how OT works, you start with $16,000, I believe. No, it's not 16,000, it's 10 grand actually for DreamHack. And basically you start on the side that you finished on. So Endpoint will start on the CT side and Mouse will start on the T side. Mouse, if they do win the first and second rounds, they could essentially kill this match dead in OT. But Mighty Max gets the opening pick on Robs. Chris J will pick up the bomb. Dragonite can be thrown over. Robin can do an extra bit of damage to Carrigan. Not that it matters too much, given that Carrigan has the AWP. Or on Mighty Max, he's doing pretty well with that orb, and the smoke does dissipate. And Mighty Max does miss a shot there. Dragonite can be thrown as well. Beams will go down to the Kobe, and a double Kobe by Flames. And this execute by Mouse is looking pretty sketchy now. Now just frozen left. The Molotov will burn Crucial for a bit of damage. But I think Crucial should be able to tie this round up with a 16. Endpoint up 16-15. Great work by Endpoint there. Great utility usage too. The frag grenades, flame, Molotovs, also good. They caught Mouse on this area between E-Box and Pop Dog and T-Con, and the grenades, well, they ran riot. Double AWP setup, 2 M4s, an AK on Flames versus 4 AKs and an AWP on Mouse, and Mouse need to get bomb plant, otherwise Endpoint are marching to their first map and their map pick. Rock's gonna throw a flash in. Nothing's dealt so far. Endpoint looking really good on their CT side now. That big clutch by Robin. Robin looking very confident. First the Molotov. Oh, did it go downwards? Oh, actually, grenades did collide there. The windows have been blown out. Smokes and flashes being thrown over. Surreal. Gonna put the smoke towards lowers. He's gonna check up into the B bomb side. In fact, they've got a few players on B, but in the end, Crucial and Surreal are flashed out. Flames does burn for a bit of damage. They heard that. Mouse did hear that. And Mouse got 48 seconds to execute onto the B bomb site. Flames does take down Frozen in the end. I think he's going to realize that's a B execute because no one is at Ivy. Smoke goes down, Pop Flash goes in, and Surreal he can't see. Bemis will take him out with no issue at all. Chris J takes down Robin. Oil tanker bombs can be planted. Molotovs can be thrown towards the site. A few players are burning for a bit of damage. Flashbang being thrown up by Bemis, and Carrigan does take a bit of damage from the molly. Bemis takes down Flames, but Mighty Max and Crucial get 2 more. Now it's a 2v2. York on the retake. Crucial does pick up the AK. And they know Bemis is on the site on Bomb Train. They're going to go after him now. Bemis is taken out by the USP. Now Mighty Max looking for Rops. Doesn't know where Rops is. Rops being very patient, but a quick flick from Mighty Max. And this will be 17 on the board for Endpoint. And Endpoint playing extremely well at the moment on the CT side. And they keep the AWPs as well. Not looking good at all for Mouse. Mouse with AKs and MAC 10s. They're going to have to go for a quick execute on today. Bomb site at this stage. There's nothing is working. And Endpoint could be on map point. Considering that Mouse were on 2 map points earlier on T side. Not looking that great. Molotov getting thrown into Pop Dog. Robin burns for a bit of damage. Frag grenade being thrown to Pop Dog as well. Frozen takes a lot of damage that Bemis does punish Surreal. Surreal, every time I say this, he is every time risking with death. Mighty Max being tagged up. Crucial should take down Carrigan in the end. Surreal winning the duel against Bemis. And this is looking really, really sketchy for Mouse at the moment. But Rops, he chimes in. Bomb is being planted. And Rops, they're going to keep an eye on him because they know Rops is very, very close by. And Frozen does get the initial pick. Rops takes down Robin. Now Flames, he'll chime in with a quick 2-tap on Rops. Now it's a 2v2. If he takes down Chris J, it's doable. Mouse playing time. They have to play this time in this scenario. Mighty Max looking for Frozen. Does take down Frozen in the end. Doesn't know where Chris J is. So you go for Ninja Defuse. Flames is taken out. Mighty Max dies to full damage. And that is an anticlimactic way to end the half. And Mighty Max, he's going to be hitting himself because he's trying to go for the Ninja Diffuse. May have got it. But he, you know, kind of misjudges physics. And I think a few of the Mouse Sports guys will be breathing a sigh of relief after that one. Because that would definitely be the defuse there. And Mouse get away with it on there. 16-17. Now Mouse, 3 CT side rounds to set them for a map number 1. Endpoint. So I just need to get 2 sides. 2 rounds on the board. So here we go, second half. Here we go, starting up second half here. Endpoint 2 rounds needed, Mouse 3 rounds needed. No double AWP on Mouse actually. No double AWP, just M4s and AWP on Carrigan. 4 AKs and an AWP on Crucial. Now, Endpoint boys just saw Mighty Max critical flick. Surreal does tag up Ro16, and Ro16 is doing the same thing as well that Surreal did earlier. And Mouse gonna be very careful. Frozen's revealed himself at Pop Dog. They heard that noise, heard a little burn. Robin looking towards server. Endpoint going for the pre-fire in these locations. They're keeping Mouse on their toes. Mouse playing 3-2. 3 on the A, 2 on the B bomb site. Now Flames waiting for Mouse Sports to push a little on their CT side, but I don't think they'll be pushing for any sort of information. Hot top and flash been thrown in. Frozen just going to back out straight to Mighty Max, and that was a really, really good executed plan of the utility. Chris J creeping forward. He knows Mighty Max is in T-Con. Will Mighty Max try to escape? But in the end, Mighty Max still wins against Chris J in the end. They can execute on today. Bomb site now. Rotation's going through. Carrigan trying to get to stop sign as quickly as he can. Bemis gonna have to pop flash himself out. Dodge the flashes, but in the end, Crucial's taken out, and they know where Bemis is, and Bemis trying to back off into what's Ivy. Drops. Does take down Mighty Max, but Robin and Flames chime in with their own. Now it's gonna be a 1v3, and Rob's not having a great game at the moment. Robin on bomb train. Rob's just gonna retreat potentially. Got 2 flashes. Robin and Flames playing very patient on bomb train. And it's going to be 18 for Endpoint in the end. Imagine if Mighty Max did not die to full damage there. Brock's trying to make it work. Can he get opening pick? Stinks. And Robin will deal with a finishing blow. And Endpoint will have 2 map points. So Mouse under pressure now. Under a lot of pressure. Double AWP set up. Ro16 and Carrigan. 3 M4s. This is 4 AKs and an AWP. Here we go. Flashbang can be thrown in. They're going to go for a quick execute Endpoint. Even going to go over to Molotov as well. Bill's going to be careful. He almost burns alive there. And Frozen should get an easy kill here. Bemis knocks down Flames. It could be going to another OT at this stage. They're hearing Frozen, so Frozen got to be really careful here actually, because Mighty Max is waiting for him. Peeks out. Mighty Max is teamed, but traded out, and well, Bemis and Chris J to make quick work of this execute coming in from Endpoint. But you know, Robin's charming in with one more, and Carrigan trying to thread the gap, trying to guess where Robin's going to go. Robin in a 1v3 at the moment, and Carrigan's just hitting and hoping through the smoke. Trying to see if he can take anyone down. Robin creeping up Olaf, about to take on Bemis. One pick from Bemis. Bemis does tag Robin. Now it's looking for Carrigan. Carrigan's not going to reveal himself. Rob's already at Pop Dog, waiting for it on the off angle. Now Rob's waiting for Robin to drop off the train. And 50 seconds to go. Carrigan going to drop off the angle. See if he can spot Robin creeping up to the bomb train in the end. Jumps onto the bomb train. It's going to be careful, Robin. He could go for the big bomb site, but Rops will peek out in the end after hearing him drop onto the bomb train. And it'll be a 17th round for Mouse. So it'll be timeout for Mouse here. They'll get some M4s on the board. 17, 18. Mighty Max played a really, really good round there. Bit of a timeout. It's been interesting. Both Mouse and Endpoint have changed their strategies up quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm actually really, really impressed with the strategy changes from both teams. So here we go, 18-17. Double up set up for Mouse. 3 M4s, we get another OT, or Endpoint will seal the deal on their T side. Flashbang being thrown up. Carrigan and Frozen working towards Teak on the targeting Mighty Max. Mighty Max has to go out, and Mighty Max, as he throws the smoke down, Frozen ends him. Smoke can be thrown down towards Ivy. mousesports do have Pop Dog, T-Con, and Ivy control for now, but they just surrender Ivy control. Bomb will be picked up. Now Endpoint 4v5, Surreal on very low HP. Ro16 just aiming lowers. Jeez, that's a ballsy angle, but then again, he's got backup in his teammate of Chris J. Robin, can they make this 4v5 happen? That's the big thing. Can they make this 4v5 happen? That's the big thing here. Smoke and Flash is being thrown in. Bemis with the M4 holding Ivy. The utility's coming. Last chance for Endpoint to try and take this map, and it's not going so well. Bemis denies Robin, and AK has been picked up, and Mouse shutting the door on Endpoint. And Bemis, Molotov can be thrown in. That may be Surreal burnt, and Bemis has got a second, and this is going to be, well, I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be really, really dead. Flames does get a fist onto Flames. Thank you for the sub, Andy. And Flames got a second as well. Flames is making a fight for this, but Ro16 will send them down. And that's going to be a 1v2. Crucial. 16 seconds. Mouse, they know they don't have to peek at all. Crucial. Got to do all the heavy lifting here. And Ro16 just hiding, making sure Crucial doesn't get a chance. Crucial will try to go for the bomb plant because he kind of has to at this point. But they know they've done it. Mouse going to cheekily give Crucial the USP treatment. That's going to be 18-18. So once again, we get to a second OT. Great work by both teams. Both teams really putting their best foot forward. I've got to say, overall, my favorite has definitely been Flames. Flames has really sparked up. Ironic, I know, as I use a lot of flame puns. Sparked up. And has really, really grown massively for Endpoint. Given that, the previous games I've cast of Endpoint, they have not played particularly well. But now Endpoint, shocking mousesports here on one of their bread and butter maps being trained. They do play train quite a bit. And we've got a hell of a match here. So Mouse, they don't go the double orb setup. People got to be aware here that Endpoint play train quite a lot, and they've been very, very good on train as well. Crucial. Flames is so good. Flames can actually pop down to Pop Dog. I think they may have seen his feet though. They didn't aggress on it in the end. Robin actually going to address Ivy. Actually, Robin's guessing it. Carrigan opening up the angle, closes it though, and he's been flashed in the end. Crucial's going to hold it. Mouse do have Ivy now, and Mighty Max comes out from T-Con, takes down Frozen. They have this perfect utility chain to counter Frozen. Now Chris J is going to defend Pop Dog and T-Con at the same time. Not sure how he's able to do that. 1 minute 15 on the clock. 1 man advantage to Endpoint. And Endpoint, well, they're trying to make sure that the RV player doesn't push forward. Flames opens up all the windows. 58 seconds to go for Endpoint to find the site, find and execute. Otherwise, Mouse will get the opening round. Chris J and Pop Dog is just gambling it. And Chris J is going to throw a smoke down. They can throw extra utility down. Chris J will see the feet before they can even get in. 44 seconds. Endpoint playing very, very patient. And Bemis in Pop Dog as well. They've got 2 players in Pop Dog. Flashbang being thrown in shortly. They're going to go for a Pop Dog and T-Con execute. And they've got a 3rd player in Pop Dog? No, it's only 2. Flashes being thrown in, Molotov being thrown in as well. And in the end, got to check. Surreal burns his own teammate. Bemis on team. 1, 2 bombs drop. Last second execute. I don't like him. And Bemis has got a third. Now he's got to check. He's got 1 bullet in a dream. And Bemis is taken out. Doesn't hit the bullet, but Carrigan with the trade puts 19 on the board for Mouse. And that last execute, I don't like those. I don't like it when teams do those last second executes. Because half the time, they get punished. And there we go. Punished. And Mouse will get 19 on the board. Endpoint have been playing very, very well. They've been matching Mouse blow for blow. And I've got to commend them because I didn't, I expected them to get double digits, but to put them to overtime? Great work. Unfortunately for Surreal there, took down. He was taken out by the molly. Throws a frag grenade towards T-Con. Will it do a bit of damage? It does a bit of damage to Mighty Max. Now he's vulnerable to the one tap. Oh, from the M4. Mighty Max creeping. Oh, it's caught Chris J napping. But the thing is that Frozen's going to catch them all napping if they're not careful. Because Frozen's on the reverse angle of E-Box. Now Surreal's going to check that angle. Takes down Frozen. And that allows Endpoint to get onto this A bomb site. Mighty Max takes down Carrigan. That's a round for Endpoint here. Easy. Can't really do much. Bemis has got the orb. Nice shot by Crucial. Nice shot. Just a guess shot towards Ivy. And straight in the head. Now Rop's all by his lonesome. Needs to save this money to make sure the AKs are there. The weapons are there for next round. Thank you guys for all the support in chat. You guys have been wonderful today. Rop's in break room hearing all this noise at T-Con. He's going to be exceptionally careful. Listen to the radio. Rob's just making sure. Talking about Frozen though, Frozen's been bullied in this pop dog position so many times. Like basically Endpoint have a perfect strategy. They have Mighty Max here. They have Flames here. Flames Frozen Molly to here. Forces Frozen out here. Mighty Max is on the angle to just basically annihilate Frozen instantly. And they've been doing this so many times to just get rid of Frozen every time. They really need Chris J to try and hold this angle to try and deny Mighty Max from getting that free pick every time. That's what I've been noticing. They've done this 3 times where they pop Frozen like that. 4 AKs and an AWP. XM. 2 M4s and an AK and an AWP on Carrigan. Bombs can be given over. They're going to go for a B-side execute. You're going to test up Rob's Frozen coming in with the XM. Frag grenade's been thrown in and Frozen is dealt a bit of damage. But Frozen looking towards the top of Pop Dog. Now Bemis at Ivy. Molotov can be thrown in towards Ivy. Now, they've got 2 players to the B bomb site. Carrigan spots the smoke. Doesn't see the shoulder in the end. Execute's coming through from Endpoint. Flashbangs, Molotovs, here they go. Big hole by Rops has to happen here. Rops on bomb trains, finding who's going to peek first. And Rops takes down 1, but trade up by Crucial. 1 for 1. Now Robin creeping down further and further back. The smokes are there, the flashes are there. This allows Robin to move through the trains. Molotov can be thrown down towards the stop sign on the B bomb site. Now Robin's creeped around to Z connector. And they're going to have to start moving soon. Robin does take down Bemis in the end. Flashbang can be thrown in. They're going to hold Z connector. Meanwhile, Carrigan will go for the fake defuse. Misses the first shot. I can't believe it. Traded out by Crucial. Crucial's going to hold the site. And in the end, it's going to be Frozen. Trying to defuse the bomb, but he won't be able to in the end. The XM doing some work, but it's going to be traded out by Mighty Max. And Endpoint get 2 T rounds on the board. Great work by Endpoint once again. Now Mouse, this is going to be so hard for them. Instead of getting 3 rounds on the CT side, they're getting 3 rounds on the T side. It's going to be even harder. I think Endpoint might be able to sneak away with Train now. I might be able to sneak away with Train. Thank you guys for the Twitch Prime as well. Much appreciated. 2019. Could be 2020. What do you guys think about that number? Spooky? Spooky. Either way, double AWP set up for Endpoint. 1 AWP for Mouse and 4 AKs. Mouse gotta get this working on their T side. They can get 2 straight rounds. They can sneak this map away. 2 straight. That'll be the main question, is getting 2 straight. Surreal with the M4. Hiding in the B halls. Flashbang's been thrown out. Carrigan takes the full brunt of the flash. Flashbang's been thrown in. Carrigan looking for Mighty Max, who has the opposite AWP. Frag grenade been thrown out. Rops has been tagged up heavily. They're gonna throw another frag grenade in, and Rops is gonna be Kobe'd. And Endpoint. Brilliant. Mighty Max takes down Frozen. Now Chris J. Can he enter? Can he be brilliant? Takes down Robin, but trained out immediately by Flames. And Chris J didn't even get a chance. And Flames played so well so far. For Endpoint, Crucial just waiting at T-Con. Garrigan's not going to have an opportunity. And Crucial takes down Carrigan. Now it's just Bemis left. Bemis is also wall-banged as a collateral. And geez, well, Endpoint 21. And they're looking really good here. Like, unbelievably good. They've played so well, Endpoint. They deserve all the map points. And this map overall is just... Mouse, they've let so many opportunities to win this game slip. And Endpoint have been smashing them left, right, and center. Bemis with an AWP and a Dream. 1v4. And Flames from Heaven. We get 21 for Endpoint and 2 maps points. So, Mouse, bit nervous. I reckon they need to get those rounds in a row. And now Mouse in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Especially going to the pick of map number 2 being Dust 2. And Dragonate's going to be thrown in. Endpoint, can they get this done? Flames is going to keep running in. But he's revealed himself, unfortunately. Mighty Max takes down Frozen in between the trains. Now Bemis, can he get this working? Tags up Flames. Flames is on 12 HP. And he has to throw the smoke down. They're going to go execute between the trains onto the side. They've actually given a lot of pressure. Mighty Max trades out. Chris J takes down Crucial. And now it's a 3-on-3. Flames just stuck. Bomb's going to be planted by Chris J. He can't do much to do it, just in case he wanders into a Mouse Sports player. Flames eliminated. Chris J takes down Surreal. Now Mighty Max with a 1v3. Makes it a 1v2. He's got no AK by him in the end. So he can't do much about this with this retake. And Chris J's heard Mighty Max. And Chris J's making a lot of noise to make Mighty Max think of something else. Mighty Max tries to go for the AWP flick. Chris J's just toying with him at this point. And Mighty Max is going to have to go for the defuse. Can he hold it though? Oh no. He's not going to hold it, is he? And Rops will peek out in the nick of time. Puts 20 on the board. $21-20. Nervous. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Nervous now. Very, very nervous. Double AWP set up for Endpoint. Flames. They're just getting so close. Can they get this done? Double AWP. 3 M4s. 3 AKs. And double AWP set up for a Mouse. Not sure why they're going for the double AWP. Yes, Patrick's actually noticed that. I know you're commenting from a previous round. He did tag Bemis from behind. I actually noted that. I'm like, oh, he actually collateral with Bemis. And, oh, Endpoint have got Pop Dog control. Smoke being thrown down into Ivy. Molotov being thrown down towards Ivy as well. They're trying to, smoke out any of the Endpoint players. Not sure what our Mouse are doing with the double AWP setup. Flames creeping in, just poking his head, Flames, into Pop Dog. They've got all the locations. Mouse will have to go to the B bomb slider because they've got nothing. Like, they can obtain Ivy control. But, Mouse have to win this to put this to another OT. Smokes and flashes being thrown in. Endpoint. Can they convert this? Endpoint haven't got the composure yet to start converting these rounds. Right, gonna be thrown in. And they're going to go to the B bomb site. Will be the right pick. getting ready to rotate towards it as, well, mousesports will start to bundle in, and mousesports a bit slow. Crucial gets everything picked on Frozen. Carrigan gonna throw a flash of his own. And Carrigan, well, his teammates are gonna get absolutely slaughtered. Carrigan with the collateral though, he strikes back. The bomb is dropped on a Molotov. He might have to play aggressive, but Carrigan gets getting third as well. And he should be able to get the bomb planted since no one can stop him off, and Mighty Max takes down Rops. Carrigan will get the bomb planted in the end, and Carrigan's gonna win a 1v2, but he doesn't know that the player behind him, and he's distracted, and Flames should end this. And it'll be, oh no, it doesn't end this, so it does. Fortunately, he ends this. And Endpoint will win 22-20 on map number 1. And Flames, he almost bottled that by giving himself away.